The train screamed through the golden plains, its iron wheels clattering like the heartbeat of a girl heading toward a fate she hadn't chosen. Emma sat stiffly beside her trunk, a polished, leather-bound chest pack not by her hands, but by her family's expectations. Inside were folded dresses, a lace shawl, a Bible, and a letter from a stranger named Thomas McGraw, the man she was to marry. Her father had told her it was an arrangement for her good, a new start in the Western Territories where life was rough but honest. But Emma's heart wasn't convinced. She'd only known the sound of city bells, not the cry of coyotes. Her reflection in the window trembled with doubt as the train cut deeper into the wild. When the train finally hissed to a halt at Dust Creek Station, the scent of dry sage and smoke filled her lungs. She stepped down, clutching her trunk, scanning faces in the dusty crowd, cowboys, miners, ranchers, but no one stepped forward to claim her. A tall man leaned against a post, hat tipped low, eyes dark and steady beneath the brim. He wasn't the man from the photograph. She knew that instantly. "You lost, miss?" he asked, his voice a warm drawl that carried like a soft breeze. "I'm Emma Carter," she replied, her tone guarded. "I'm here to meet Thomas McGraw." The man's jaw flexed slightly. "McGraw's dead," he said quietly. "I buried him myself last week." The world seemed to tilt. Emma's hand tightened around her trunk handle, the weight of her journey suddenly meaningless. "I'm sorry," he continued, stepping forward. He was a good man. He'd been writing to find someone kind, said he wanted someone who'd see more than dust and cattle. Emma's throat tightened. "Then, what am I to do now?" The man looked away, then back at her, eyes soft with something between pity and admiration. "My name's Caleb Holt," he said. "I was Thomas's friend, his neighbor. He asked me to meet you, in case something went wrong." His voice held a sincerity that made her chest ache. "You don't owe me trust, Miss Carter," he added. "But you sure as daylight don't deserve to be alone here." She hesitated, the wind catching her dress, lifting her hair, then nodded. "I don't even know where to go." Caleb picked up her trunk with one hand, the motion effortless. "Then let me get you someplace safe," he said. "You can decide where your road goes next." The walk to his ranch was long and quiet, but somehow, it didn't feel lonely. The setting sun painted the land in gold and fire. When they reached a small wooden house, Emma saw two horses grazing, a porch swing creaking in the evening wind, and the faint sound of music, a harmonica maybe, from a nearby shed. For the first time in days, she exhaled. Caleb placed her trunk on the porch and turned to her. "You don't owe me your yes," he said softly. "But if you'll stay a while, let me earn it." Days stretched into weeks on the Holt Ranch, each sunrise painting new colors across Emma's doubt. She learned to move with the rhythm of the land, the smell of coffee at dawn, the creak of saddle leather, the soft murmur of the wind through the barn rafters. Caleb kept his distance at first, speaking little, always respectful. But his quiet strength said more than words could. He showed her how to mend a fence, how to calm a skittish horse, how to feel the heartbeat of the West in the palm of her hand. And though she told herself it was just friendship, her heart began to answer his steadiness with something deeper, something she didn't dare name. One evening, a storm rolled in. The wind howled against the house like an old ghost, and thunder cracked over the hills. Emma rushed to help Caleb tie down the animals, her hair plastered to her face by rain. A lantern slipped from her grasp and shattered, sparks dancing dangerously close to the hay. Caleb's arm shot out, pulling her back, his grip firm but gentle. For a heartbeat, lightning framed their faces, his eyes fierce and tender all at once. "You could have been hurt," he said, voice trembling. "You shouldn't have come out here." "I couldn't let you face it alone," she shot back. The words hung between them, louder than the thunder. Slowly, his hand fell from her arm, but his gaze didn't waver. "You don't belong to anyone's plan anymore, Emma," he said, his voice low. "Not your father's, not mine. But if I'm honest, I'd give everything I got just to be the man you'd choose." The storm raged, but something inside her settled. In that moment, she saw what love could be, not forced, not arranged, but earned through kindness, work, and truth. The next morning, when the sun broke through the clouds, Emma stood on the porch with her trunk beside her, the same one packed for another man, another life. Caleb came out quietly, unsure of her choice. I should go, she said softly, her hand resting on the trunk. His jaw tensed, then she smiled. But only to unpack this. I think I'm staying a while. Caleb exhaled, a slow smile tugging his lips. He tipped his hat, voice low and warm. Then I reckon I just got my yes, if you believe love isn't about destiny but about choice, about earning trust one act of kindness at a time. Then hit subscribe to Old West Story. We bring you heart-touching Wild West stories every week that remind you love, courage, and redemption never go out of style.